have a section in my notes app that's dedicated to Taylor Swift lyrics and like book characters, book couples that match up to it. Hi guys, in case you couldn't tell from like my 4 previous videos, I'm a little bit of a Swiftie, and today I'm going to be providing book recommendations based on Taylor Swift lyrics because I'm that obsessed. Starting off strong with Innocent, Taylor's version, of course. This song really reminds me of Inej from Six of Crows. Like, the lyrics say it all. Lost your balance on a tightrope. Lost your mind trying to get it by. Lost your balance on the tightrope? Is there not a scene in Cricket Kingdom that has her losing her balance on the tightrope? If you've read Six of Crows, then you know that Inej is like really religious and she believes in like all of these saints that Kaz does not believe in. If you listen to Innocent on the daily, then Six of Crows is the book for you. Is Inej not just an innocent? This is the question that she asks herself every single day. Every time she does something that she swore she would never do. Inej is just so perfect. She's literally the most perfect person in the whole wide world. It's about these 6 people, all with like tragic backstories of their own, who go on a heist together. Inej is like the Wraith. She's a really powerful spy. She's also a religious girl. She's like a person of color. She's a survivor. That's what she is actually. She's such a dynamic character. Like, I drew Inej. If that doesn't convince you to read this book, then I don't know what will. The Great War by Taylor Swift is so Hunger Games coded, specifically Peter and Katniss. I am convinced that she must have written it for Peter and Katniss. Bruised like violets because they've been fighting for so long. But then also like later on, I can't find the lyrics, but flashes of the battle came back to me in a blur. If you've watched the movies, you know what scene I'm talking about. The Great War is basically just the Hunger Games. Okay? These games that they've been brutally, mercilessly shoved into to fight to the death. That's the Hunger Games, and it fits so well with the Great War. Next, Paper Rings. Such an underrated song. Paper Rings is definitely better than the movies quoted. Wes and Liz, this is their song. This book is basically about these 2 characters who are neighbors, but like they hate each other. This is more like inconvenient person to lovers. They like just dislike each other, especially Liz. She dislikes Wes with all her heart, has disliked him since childhood. Wes has always had a thing for her, pretty much. And they really give me Paper Rings vibes, especially like this particular bit. The book basically like literally like follows with them having a little bet. I forget what the bet is about. They like share a parking spot and whoever wins the bet wins the parking spot. It's cute. If you're looking for a fluffy contemporary romance with like the best male, sorry. Wes Bennett is such a gentleman. Mastermind by Taylor Swift fits Juden Cardin so well. I feel like I have to mention the Cruel Prince in like every single video I make. And the touch of a hand lit the fuse of a chain reaction of counter moves to assess the equation of you. All of these like little bits of scheming in the first book, Juden Cardin's little back and forth, their little enemies to lovers, terrorizing each other, threatening each other's lives back and forth. There is like a bit in the books, her and her twin sister, they get played by this guy, and it's really like not okay. And this one particular lyric really like reminds me of that. You see all the wisest women cause we were born to be alone in every lover's game. If you know, you know which disgusting man I'm talking about right now. But also the bridge of this One thing about Jude is like literally from the beginning of the first book, she's literally like had this ambition driven by like hatred of like the way she's treated in Fairy. This particular lyric, no one wanted to play with me as a little kid, so I've been scheming like a criminal ever since. That's literally Jude, guys. Jude is the most ambitious person I've ever read of, and it's actually alarming how much I wish I was her. The next book recommendation is actually a standalone. So It Goes from the Reputation album fits perfectly with The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. See you in the dark. All eyes on you, my magician. All eyes on me, your illusionist. All eyes on us. The two main characters, I've forgotten their names. Celia and Marco, they're basically like magician, illusionist apprentices for like two magicians who are like on opposite sides of the playing field. They don't realize it, but they've both been training their whole life to like beat the other. Next book recommendation for Bejeweled. We all love Bejeweled, is Daisy from Daisy Jones and the Six. It's just the chorus that like fully fits her. Daisy Jones is literally the it girl in this book. While we're reading, we know that she's such a complex, deep character. She's going through so much. She's been lonely most of her life and she's relying on like substances quite a bit. To everyone's eyes, she's just like perfect. The last book is based on a Shadowhunters couple from the Infernal Devices. I feel like everyone who like wants to go into Shadowhunters, me included, thought it was like absolutely necessary to read the Mortal Instruments first. To read the Infernal Devices, I don't think you need to read the Mortal Instruments. You can actually go into it head empty and you will like understand fine. But Ivy from Evermore fits Wessa, which is Will and Tessa, so perfectly. I'm sorry, it's actually crazy how well the lyrics line up. Like I remember when I first heard the song and I was like, this reminds me of something, and I like was scrambling to figure out what it reminded me of until I realized it's literally Will and Tessa. My pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand. Will and Tessa are basically like one-sided forbidden love in a way, because Will believes that he cannot have Tessa for like certain reasons which we do not know until a certain point in the book. It's actually crazy. My pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand, because Tessa, she has no idea what to make of Will at this point, because Will is just like a confusing guy. Like 1 second he's like this, and then the next second he's like pushing her away and stuff. Will literally has so much going on. I wish to know the fatal flaw that makes you long to be magnificently cursed. Will is literally like tormented every single day. The end of Clockwork Princess, which is the last book in the series, then you will understand its lyric. If you've listened to Ivy and been depressed after, and if you would like to live in that depression for the rest of your life, then consider reading The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. This is voiceover me because I did not film an intro for this. My battery died. I think my phone was like done with my over-enthusiastic, passionate self. I hope you got some book recommendations today. I could make like 2 more videos on this. So let me know if you liked today's video. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.